Hey, this is Matt. Once again, welcome back to another video. This is a paid request for Bobby. Thank you so much for that. For those interested in requesting any type of videos, feel free to send it either directly to my PayPal. I do have a Cash App as well. Links are down below in the info box. I'll get to it as soon as I can. And this is for Trolls World Tour 2020 film. That is a sequel to Trolls, which I liked for what it was. That was cute. Had some fun songs. Very colorful. Very pretty to look at. Same with this. It's a very pretty movie. A lot of great kaleidoscope of colors used. So it's definitely some nice eye candy. For the most part, the people from the first film are back. Anna Kendrick, Justin Timberlake, James Corden. I know that the teen is voiced by a different actor because it was Jeffrey Tambor in the first one here. It's a different actor voicing the teen. This might have been around the time Jeffrey Tambor got canceled because supposedly he did, or supposedly he was harassing someone. I don't know the validity of that, but I have a feeling that's why he's not in this. And you have a few other people put in there. Sam Rockwell does a voice in this. Pretty much the gist of the story is the Cloud from the first movie, he recaps what happened, what led up to this. And things are going well with the pop trolls. Anna Kendrick is the new queen. Her and Justin Timberlake got to get along with each other. Justin's character has the hots and wants to admit his full love to her, but hasn't gotten the guts to say it yet. Well, Anna Kendrick is being the queen, and everybody's singing and dancing and happy as can be. Happy-go-lucky. Well, you come to find out that someone named Queen Barb of the Hard Rock Trolls, they're going around to each troll world, community, society, and wants them to be rocked as well. Because our characters come to find out there are 6 groups. There's techno, funk, country, classical, hard rock, and pop. And supposedly there's this guitar with 6 strings, and all the trolls were united, but then something happened, and then they went their separate ways and collected their string and had their own society. So Queen Barb wants to unite them all, so she thinks she's doing the right thing, but at the same time, the movie kind of wants us to not feel sorry for her, but kind of understand her plight. But then you see some of the remains of these societies, and like buildings are broken down and places are destroyed, and I'm like, nah, I'm not going to feel sorry for the bitch. Fuck the bitch. Fuck Barb. Puts a barbed wire around her neck to go, fuck the bitch. So the Queen and Justin Timberlake and them try to figure out what's going on, and they're going to try to stop it. At first, they're going to meet with her because they got an invite, and then along the way, they find out what she really wants, and then they try to stop it. And then it's trying to go into Anna Kendrick, trying to learn to be a better queen. And what the movie's about is snobbery of music. And that the message is that it doesn't matter if you're into country, if you're into rock, if you're into other stuff. That's fine. And that's the point, is that it's fine to be into any of those things. There's no one true right one. Because even Anna Kendrick, her queen, they get to this country society, and she's like, oh, this music is sad. Music's not supposed to be sad. And her and Justin and James Corden, who's with them, are trying to get them to get into pop, so they're singing all these pop songs, and they get put in jail for it. But the thing is that they're trying to converge them into how they think, how they feel. And that's still not the right way to do it. Granted, she's doing it a much more peaceful way, not a destructive way, like Queen Bitch is doing. So I think that is definitely a big difference But still the idea of, listen to others, don't be such a snob, be open. People should be able to like what they like and listen to what they want to listen to, all that stuff. Now, it's definitely a big variety of songs that you've heard before that they do their own version of. Like you see the techno guys who are underwater, they have these fins, and they're doing the song One More Time. Queen Barb, when she does one of the first songs she sings is Rock You Like a Hurricane. The first time we see Anna and Justin and the pop group, they do, instead of girls just want to have fun, trolls just want to have fun. And at times these songs at times they change some of the lyrics to get into the plot of their movie or the world of their movie. And the thing with movies like this, I mean, you could maybe pick apart the plot, but at the same time, this type of movie, they're easy to watch because they're colorful, they're pretty to look at, psychedelic colors all around. The music at times could be a bit fun to listen to and bumpy and uplifting at times. The plot kind of is serving its purpose. This whole strings and gotta get this string and gotta protect our string, all that jazz. The idea about conformity and how that's a bad thing. I can understand and appreciate that motif. So that's a good part of it. I would probably say I still like the first one a bit more. It tries to incorporate other characters. Like there's one character from the first one who looked a bit more like a giraffe. He goes on a journey to find trolls that look like him. And I didn't find that the most interesting. I mean, I don't think the voice actor did a bad job. It's just, I barely remembered his character from the first one, so I didn't really care about his journey. And then going to the desert, and then getting abducted, and find out that he's actually part of the funk society. And then he has a twin brother who's a bit more of a rapper. So I don't know, something about that just did not intrigue me as much. I just because the goals of the lead characters were a bit more interesting. They have a bit more meat to them. Anna's character finding her way to being a leader and then ultimately a queen. Justin, the guy of his shell, and be part of a group, be part of a society, learn to trust others. Them pretty much falling in love with each other. So just a little bit more meat to them. While here is just, hey Anna, listen to people. That's really what it is. Listen to people, you dumb bitch. Get the plugs out of your ears, get the dicks out of your ears, and the stick out of your ass. And listen. There's some fun visual gags. There's a bit where in the hard rock society, Queen Barb gets pissed, is using a chainsaw, and chainsaws a couch. And as the couch falls apart, you see that a troll was in there reading a book. So he was living in the couch reading a book, and it's revealed, hey, how's it going? I thought that was a nice reveal. Ozzy Osbourne is in this. Although I was disappointed. He didn't really have a whole lot to do or say or sing. Because Ozzy is her dad. And he pretty much says, like, rock on. But he doesn't really get any dialogue. I don't remember any Ozzy songs in this. I mean, I think there's Crazy Train, but he doesn't sing it. So I'm like, that just felt like a waste for Ozzy. I mean, there's a fun little gag where the character's trying to do the devil horns and they try to help him out, but I know this 2020 Ozzy may not be the most coherent. Perhaps that was the case, but at the same time, you're hiring him, like, have him have a couple lines in there for him. So I thought Ozzy just was not as utilized. Like, you got him. I thought they could have used him more. Some other people, Kenan Thompson from Kenan and Kel was in this. The glitter troll from the first one, he gives birth to a tiny, what they call diamond, who has a deeper voice. That's played by Kenan Thompson. Like I said, Sam Rockwell, he's part of the country music trolls that helps him escape. Then you find out a bit more about him later. Didn't mind Sam Rockwell. Didn't mind him. I liked him as an actor. Galaxy Quest, Moon. Very capable actor, so I like to see him in this. I didn't mind the idea, the bounty hunters, where there's bounty hunters that Barb hires in order to get the string. So some of them are part of the jazz group. Well, that is one jazz, trying to be like Kenny G, hypnotizing people with his saxophone. Then there's one that's a K-pop group and one that's a like reggae type of group, which was fine for what they needed to be, I guess. And like they go through their stuff here and there. Like I said, I thought that at the end of the film, the end of spoilers, what happens is that everybody gets to the same place. Queen Barb is using her music to turn people into rock zombies, but our lead, Anna, put gumdrops in her ears, so she was faking it. She was not hypnotized, she wasn't turned. Smashes the guitar, kills all the music, and then Queen Barb starts blaming her, and like no one's sticking up for her. I'm like, you were trying to conform everybody to your own one ideal state of affairs. Might as well call you Queen Hitler, bitch. And then the draft guy, his heart starts beating, his brother starts beatboxing, and everybody lets their music out. I thought Queen Barb kind of got away very easily. I think she should have got a lot more. Like, they kind of have her kind of looking around and then starts jamming with them. I just thought, I didn't buy it. I'm like, fuck this bitch. Like, this bitch needed like a comeuppance. That's why I wish like Ozzy could have had Ozzy come out and try to set her straight, and Ozzy be the one guy of the rock, instead of like this other guy who kind of tells her, hey, you know, that queen of the pop, she kind of has a point. Let her dad do it. And if she's going to listen to someone, it's going to be her dad. Let her dad say something, or let her dad start dealing with, you know, some of the other pieces of music. And I just thought that there could have been a lot more that really dealt with this Queen Barb's change in her mind, changing her tune, changing her behavior. And because we saw that when she went to certain places, they were destroyed. Like the classical music, all of them, that whole buildings, and that was all shut down, destroyed. And then she wanted to turn people into zombies. I mean, I thought she kind of got away with barely a slap on the wrist. And I just, because I did not like that character, I didn't feel sorry for her. I know the movie was trying to make it where, oh, her and the pop girl were the same. Because, oh, we're trying to conform into our interests. Yeah, but this girl is like, oh, country music is sad. Let's sing some happy songs. Okay, she didn't listen a couple times. That's not nearly as bad as what Queen Barb was doing. So no, I don't think you're the same. I get what you're going with, but very, very different things. That's like saying, I don't know, Hitler and JFK are the same. It's like, no, this is a pretty big difference. You know, what are you doing? You know, no, 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 no. So that's what kind of bugged me, is that I hated Queen Barb. I thought she was she's the villain, but then it's like, oh, well, she's not really. I was like, no, I someone punch her in the face, something like that. And Justin Timberlake's character, I thought he just didn't have much to do in this movie compared with the first. He's just kind of hanging on, following Anna Kendrick. The whole idea is that she doesn't listen to him and he blows up at her. And then just taken by the K-pop in the other group, he tries to say, hey, why don't we work together? But then when he tries, at the end, he just turned to a zombie. So it just, like, Justin Timberlake just didn't have much to do in terms of... He's got screen time, but just his character just seemed ineffectual compared with the first one. James Corden, they try to put more of him in this because he accidentally joins Anna and Justin Timberlake along for the ride, along for a good part of the journey. I'm not a fan of James Corden. He seems like a real piece of shit in real life. I never thought he was funny. Never thought he was that talented. So the fact that it feels like more James Corden in this is a bad thing to me. So that's definitely a minus. And the new songs they put into this, none were as catchy as the song from the first movie. At the end, when they're singing and making the bigger, I forget what they were called. I'll just say the giants. Made them catchy, made them, like, that song, that became a very popular song. I really did like it. I'm like, oh, that's where there's the songs from this movie? None of the new songs I thought really got to that level. So it's more of, oh, I remember One More Time. I remember Rock You Like a Hurricane. I remember this song. And they tried to do a big song at the end. I just didn't think it was as catchy, as nifty as the song from the first one. So there's some things that, I liked less, that I would put the first one above this. Like I said, I think Justin Timberlake's character was utilized a bit better. It felt like there was less James Corden. I felt like the Queen Anna's journey, for me, was more substantial in the first one. The music I liked a little bit more. But this, it was still colorful. It was still nice to look at. Anna, how do you feel about Justin Timberlake as a person? Him and Anna, I thought their voice still was fine. Nice to have Sam Rockwell in there. It was nice to see these other worlds and how their environments looked, whether it be the underwater, that OK Techno has these fins on, and how they're doing the underwater. I like seeing these different worlds. That made it a bit unique, so it didn't feel like the same movie as the first one. And again, the idea of the conformity and being against that, I think that's a good... It's a good theme to have for the movie. So I would say I didn't mind it, but I liked the first one more. So. And again, Ozzy, you get Ozzy in there, I think he could have been utilized a lot more than he was. But I thought it was okay. Like I said, the first one I liked more, this was okay. So with that said, thanks for watching, take care, and we'll see you guys later. Bye-bye for now.